Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going over a beginner's guide for boss fighting and Ark. This will include where to find the artifacts for each boss, how to complete the caves in the most effective way possible, and finally how to slay the boss. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful, but let's get on with the video. The Broodmother is the first boss you should take on, as this is the easiest one and this fight will determine if you're ready for the next ones. The three artifacts you're going to need are the artifact of the Clever, the artifact of the Massive, and the artifact of the Hunter. The artifact of the Clever is located at 40.2, 46.2, right outside the volcano, and the best mount to use for this cave is the Baryonyx, as it's a perfect creature for this cave because it fits in and can annihilate anything in the cave. Follow the path I take in the video to get the artifact. Up next is the artifact of the Massive, and it's located at 74.92, right across from Herbivore Island. Once again, the Baryonyx is the best mount for this cave. Follow the path I take here to get to the artifact. While this plays in the background, I wanted to announce that I'm giving away one free copy of Ark Survival Ascended on whatever console you desire. All you need to do is subscribe and comment this video and you'll be entered in the giveaway. You know what? On top of that, I'll give away an additional 2 more copies if you hit 1k subs by the end of the year. I know you guys can do it. I'll announce the winner or winners on January 1st. Final artifact needed for the Broodmother is the artifact of the Hunter, located at 85.54. The artifact of the Hunter is one of the easiest caves on the island. I would once again recommend to use the Baryonyx to get through this cave. Just follow the path I take to get to the artifact. Now that the artifacts are out of the way for the Broodmother, let's establish what Dino will be the best to take it on. Now, for every single boss, you should have a high level Uranus with lots of stamina and health so you can boost your Dino's damage and resistance. Alongside Uranus for this boss fight, you should have an army of Megatheriums. Why not the Rex? Well, the Megatherium has an insect buff where they do increased damage and resistance against insects. Added on with the UD buff makes this boss fight a breeze. Megapithecus is the second boss you will be facing, and this fight doesn't get easier. The caves start to get harder as you need to adapt in order to survive. The 3 artifacts you will need are the artifact of the Brute, the artifact of the Pack, and the artifact of the Devourer. Located at 55.6, the artifact of the Brute is one of the 2 underwater caves you will need to explore to get the artifact. For this cave, it is recommended to use a Bacillo, as there are eels and jellyfish in the cave that will stun / dismount you on whatever underwater tame you have except the Bacillo. The Bacillo is completely stun resistant and relatively easy to tame. Follow the path I take to the artifact and you're one step closer to completing this boss. Next is the artifact of the Pack, which is located at 71 and 57, right inside the swamp. Now this one unfortunately will not fit the Baryonyx past a certain point, so you have 2 options. Either bring the Baryonyx and leave him here after you complete the cave, or grab a high level Beelzebufu and skip past everything like this. The final artifact for the Megapithecus is the artifact of the Devourer. In this one you can use either a Baryonyx or a Thylacoleo, doesn't really matter, but I prefer the Baryonyx. This cave is found on Cardinal Island at 891. Follow my exact path and you'll be able to easily complete this cave. Now for the actual boss fight, once again as stated before, make sure your UD is all set to go, but this time you'll be bringing an army of Rexes. Make sure they are all bred and have imprinted on, and at least 50 levels on them. And that's about it. Make sure to hug this left side of the wall and whistle your dino so they don't fall off the bridge, and you'll be okay. Dragon is the final guardian boss you will need to face in order to ascend. Now this is the hardest out of the 3, as one of his main attacks is a heavy hitting fire attack with damage over time, leaving you and your dino taking extreme amounts of damage. This boss requires 4 artifacts, and they are the artifact of the Cunning, the artifact of the Skylord, the artifact of the Strong, and the artifact of the Immune. Let's start off with the Cunning. Located at 45.93, just outside of the swamp, this is the second underwater cave you'll need to traverse through to acquire the artifact. For this cave, I highly recommend to use the Bacillo, as this is a lot more dangerous as the previous one, with more eels and megalodons spawning, not to mention the chance of Tusos and Mozos. So make sure you and your Bacillo is extremely high level, Follow the artifact, follow this exact path to the artifact, and do not deviate, as it can get a little confusing. Yeah, you'll be good to go. Also, just letting you guys know, the artifact is normally on top of that little rock, but it got glitched on the ground. Now the next artifact is the artifact of the Skylord. The cores of this cave are 1413, and as you can see, it is very small, meaning you're not able to bring any creatures inside. But don't worry, as this is probably one of the easiest caves on the island. You just need a shotgun with some ammo, and you're good to go. And you can bring some lesser antidote just in case you get rabies. Follow this exact path and watch your step, as you can fall down a void and you'll lose your loot, and you'll be good to go. The next cave is the artifact of the Strong. This is the hardest cave on the island. Located at 2629, this cave unfortunately is too powerful for any baryonyx or thylacoleo or any dino you could think of that could fit through the beginning of the cave. But there is one thing you can do. Now if you have cryopods, you can basically skip this process, but if you don't, this is what you'll have to do. First, make sure you have one high level female and one high level male UD. Breed them and collect the egg before you come to this cave. Then once you get to this cave, walk inside past the part where larger dinos cannot fit. Then place some campfires and standing torches along with a metal spike to block the potential barrage of dinos that could aggro on your UD. Trust me, it's happened before and it's very annoying. Raise them all up and then basically room by room take on everything slowly. Rinse and repeat the force feeding process until you get to the end. For the sake of the video, I'll just show you where you need to go. Following this path, take your time and you'll be fine. The last artifact is the artifact of the immune, located at 6435 inside the redwood. The artifact of the immune isn't that bad. You just need a full set of scuba so you won't die from the poison gas. And my recommendation for the dino, once again, is the infamous baryonyx. Once you're all set, enter this cave, follow the path, and you'll be able to get the final artifact. Now once again, for this boss fight, the best dino army will be the Rexes. Just use the same ones you used before in the Megapithecus and avoid the fire, as it will kill you off your UD, so be careful. The Overseer is the final boss on the island. For this long and tedious fight, I recommend bring on your person an otter, full sets of ghillie, a full set of fur to protect you from the climate, some medical brews, and a shotgun with a lot of ammo. Now, for dinos, bring all your leftover Megatheriums and Rexes, but focus on the Rexes in first because you only have a 5-minute window. The method I use to get everybody in is first I cover all the lava as much as I possibly can to create all the space I need with thatched foundations. Then I have each Rex follow each other like a big conga line so they won't go everywhere, and bring them pretty far down. Then I go back up and get everything else and use the same strategy, rinse and repeat. Now the reason why I tell you to bring as much as you can is, well, you might lose some of them in the lava, so yeah, you'll need the remaining to take on the boss. Follow the trail down, eventually you get to the terminal, and you can fight the Overseer. That's pretty much all you need to know to take on the first bosses. If this video helped you out, please consider subscribing, as it really helps me out. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video.